Hello friends, Koolio here and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're going to be answering the question on whether or not Girls Frontline is worth playing in 2020. Now the crazy thing about this game is I've actually never covered this game on my channel before. There have been multiple times where I've jumped in the game, I've played it, I've prepared myself to make a video, and then either a new game comes out or I just feel like it's not the right time. Now, with the upcoming launch of Arknights, which has a similar vibe to this, you know, kind of a dark militaristic style hero collector, I thought this would be a great time to take a look at Girls Frontline here in 2020 to see if it's worth playing. Now, I want to let you guys know, for full disclosure, this game, like, I'm going to be just, like, touching on the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this game, okay? Like, there's so much stuff going on in this game that even to today, like, after playing it for a while, still kind of confuses me, but I'll do my best to kind of show you a generalized idea of why this game is worth playing. Now, let's go ahead and actually talk about the main reason why you guys are probably going to want to be playing this game, and that is the waifus. This is a true blue waifu collector. Like, this is probably the most waifu-ish collector I've ever played, and it's got a ton of different characters to collect. My personal favorite right now is the SMG Thompson. I think she looks beautiful, and you guys know me, I am so thankful you can hide the user interface to take a look at the beautiful art that the creators have made for this game. My number one character is Negev. She's a machine gun holder. She kind of looks a little crazy, like she's getting ready to murder like everybody. But there's so many different waifus in this game. It's great. You're gonna find that waifu that you're gonna love, and you're gonna wanna take care of her, protect her, power her up. There's a lot of great characters to collect, like a ton. This game is all about amassing the biggest army of waifus that you can possibly collect, taking them out, fighting against enemies, and doing your best to overcome the odds and the challenges that this game has to offer. Now, this game has a lot of content, frequent updates, massive, like almost like expansion type content to be able to participate in these games. And one of the things I really do like about this game is it doesn't necessarily have just a basic ticket summoning system. We are going to do some summons at the end of this video. But one of the unique things about it is as you're playing through different stages, you can actually have the possibility of unlocking a whole bunch of different characters. Now, there are some 3-star, 4-star characters that are actually pretty good in this game. A lot of the strategy is going to come around kind of putting together the best formation that you possibly can think of. The game kind of helps you out in that regard as well. Now, when you go through, I'm going to show you guys the combat. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the combat in this game. It's mainly kind of centered around a auto style of combat. We're going to get a little bit into that. But basically, when you jump into these different stages, it's all about trying to like figure out how you can take over the most areas, how to defeat this specific area and get the highest score. Now, if you go and look at the combat summary, you're trying to go for the gold medal. Now, in order to complete this S rank, we have to obtain victory within 6 turns and have allied echelons eliminate 8 enemy targets while having no loss or echelons withdrawn. So that's going to be pretty tough. So what I'm going to do, this is kind of surrounded by a lot of enemies. This one's going to give us a little bit of a break. You can see the overall power of the enemies down here at the bottom. I'm going to send my strongest team up here. My number one team has around 2,000 combat effectiveness. I'm going to drop them down right there. And then I'm going to drop down my secondary team, which I'm still currently working on upgrading a lot of my characters. And again, we're going to be just covering like the basics that this game has to offer. So let's go ahead and start the operation. It's currently our phase. Now, depending on how many echelons or groups that you have on the stage will depend also on how many action points that you can obtain as the game kind of progresses. So what we're going to do is I kind of want to go and take this person out and try to capture this heliport so that we can drop down another echelon. So we're going to go ahead and attack this this enemy group right here. Now, this is where the combat comes into play. I'm just going to turn on auto skill, but basically your characters will automatically begin attacking the enemies. And then when their energy bar fills up, they'll go ahead and activate the skills. You can manually do it yourself if you want to. But a lot of the strategy kind of comes into trying to set up the best formation you possibly can and making sure that you have a well-rounded team of buffers, debuffers, healers, and things like that. So there we go. Beat that. Got a little bit of experience points for all of my characters. They can level up. Now, one thing that is pretty difficult about this game is if your characters end up losing health points, they don't generate. You have to go and put them like in a hospital, a repair shop to repair your units in order for you to take care of them. So I'm gonna leave her right there for now, and we are gonna go ahead and move this character. She's a little bit weak, so she's a little bit stronger than my other team. So I'm gonna go ahead and move her up here and see. I'm gonna leave her there. Because if I go and attack this group's going to come up, and I think they might take them out. I have 2 more action points. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna go back here, move, and then move right there. Perfect. So I do like this strategy of like trying to figure out which nodes that you should capture and which enemies are probably the best to take out first. I do like that kind of strategy behind it. It's just the main gameplay right here isn't overly compelling, at least for me. But again, this game is really, really focused on collecting as many waifus as you can. And they've also got some pretty interesting like story content that comes out, new waifus that come out that you can collect. And like, it's one of those games that if you invest time into it, if you go through a lot of the new story content and stuff, you are heavily rewarded. This is, from what I understand, a pretty free-to-play friendly game. So that is great. So we've completed all the actions that we can do now. Let's go ahead and end our turn and see the whole battlefield. We've captured some points. Now it's the enemy's turn, and they're gonna go ahead and move about and see where they're all gonna go. So they're going to attack. Now I think we should be fine. I think we might lose a couple of our characters right here. Because again, I'm currently kind of going through right now, kind of going through some early stages to level up some of these characters that are a little bit lower than my main team. I honestly was kind of playing it a little bit wrong at first and wasn't upgrading like a large amount of characters, because I'm used to games where like you get your small group, you level up that portion of characters, and you can pretty much play through the whole game with those characters. This game isn't like that. This game is all about making sure that you get large, massive groups of characters and upgrading a whole bunch of different ones so you can take over these maps with like just an army of characters. So let's see, what can we do here? So I wanna, let's see, she's doing fine. I honestly think we should be fine attacking there. I'm gonna go ahead and move up, and I'm going to attack this character. And then we will attack another group, and then we will deploy our 3rd echelon and see if we can't start capturing some more points on the battlefield. One thing I think a lot of people may really like about this game, and I'm glad it kind of just popped up right there, but look at this character that I have right here. Her art actually changes. So if they get damaged to a certain point, their art will actually change to a damaged version, and I think some people actually may like that. For obvious reasons, I'm not gonna go into it, but I think some people will actually really enjoy that stuff. So let's go ahead, let's deploy our 3rd echelon group right here. And then we are going to go ahead and let's just take this person out right here. Might as well, right? Try to keep my echelons alive. Even though I've got some weaker ones, I can use my main group to kind of go around and take down some of these enemies, so. Oh no, we just lost a character. We lost my handgun. And completed. There we go. Battle success. I don't think we got an S rank on this one. Oh, we did. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. She, however, got really, really hurt, which is not good. I'm definitely gonna have to go in and make sure that I heal her a little bit later. So, okay, so that's the end of the round. Let's go ahead and end that. Now, I think it said we have 6 turns to try and beat this area. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to move up, move her there. We are going to move this group down here. Perfect. And then, okay, I think I've got a good idea of how this is gonna work out. Even though this team is a little bit low, but it's still plenty powerful to take out a lot of these enemies, so. I don't think we're gonna get an S rank for the overall mission because we did have a character die. But we're gonna find out once we've completed this specific combat phase. So let's go ahead and get past this. We got some more characters. Again, like you collect so many waifus in this game. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and move them up here. Move, then we're gonna have them move there. And then our final point is we're gonna move right there. Now, because I'm gonna capture these 2 points, and this one's now surrounded by 3 blue points, after 1 turn, this will actually now become our stage. So we've captured those 2 points, captured that one. This one's definitely gonna become ours next. Oh, look at that, mission success. We've completed it. I don't think we got an S rank, we got an A rank, not get enough medals. So this is a stage that I can kind of go back on and try to get those medals that I need in order to, you know, get those medals. So there we go. Perfect, let's go ahead and return to base. Now, Again, I'm not going to be covering everything that this game has to offer because there is so much stuff going on. You've got your main base. There's a whole bunch of different mechanics that they have offered in here to help upgrade your characters, getting surplus experience points, the intelligence center. You can get your dorm room where you can go and like kind of customize with furniture and stuff like that. You can go take a look at a couple of different characters. They're kind of like walking around. I need to figure a lot of this stuff out and fix it. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at some of the characters and show you guys kind of how progression works in this game. Now, there are specific things that you can go through in combat daily to get the necessary items that you need to upgrade your characters. Unfortunately, it's not unlocked for me today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Negev character. Now, you can upgrade their levels. I don't have anything to upgrade their levels right now. You can also go through and I believe this is the one where you can sacrifice characters. Yeah, so if we go ahead and select, let's go with, where's our one character right here? You can see the stats that they have down here, actually damage, evasion, and I don't know what this means, ROF. Probably important. But you can select T-dolls that you don't want anymore and actually sacrifice them to increase the stats of the characters. If you have enough T-dolls, this will actually be increased. You can see that's going to go up to 12. This will go up to 9. Do I want any of these? Let's just go ahead and hit OK. Power up successful, and the stats increase from there. You can also go through and do research. Now, research, when you have a character that is either needs repairs or in the research or is doing some kind of passive thing, you can't actually use them on your team, which can kind of screw things up. Like I had Negev working on research for some of her skills, and unfortunately, because she was doing research, I wasn't able to use her on my team, so then I had to go finish research and then take her back and then use her on my team. You use specific materials in this research to upgrade the skills of the characters. Now, you need 100 in order to do the first upgrade. I only have 90, so I can't do it for you right now. But you start it takes an hour. You can also complete it if you have specific tickets. There's a lot of things in this game that wants you to be patient, and that may be things people may not like. Now, let's go actually and do some summons, you guys. Now, I've got a couple here already kind of set up. So we're going to go ahead and complete a couple of these immediately. We got a 3-star character. Ingram, type SMG. Okay, complete this immediately. This is just a 2-star character. DP28, gun type MG. Quick production, and just another 2-star character right there. FFFN49. Now, when it comes to the production of this game or summoning of characters, this is something I think a lot of people may already recognize. Now, you've got your regular one and your heavy production. I believe the heavy production takes a lot more resources, but you have a better chance at getting specific characters or higher rarity characters. We're just going to go ahead and do some basic ones. Now, you can, if you don't know what you want to do here or what kind of resources that you want to spend in certain sections, you can go to recommended recipes and see some of the recommended recipes that you can use. A couple of 4-stars and 5-star recommendations that other people have gotten through certain recipes. And so let's say if I wanted to get a couple of more handguns, we'll go ahead and use this one. We'll go ahead and start production. Now, you can actually go ahead and hit batch production if you want to, which I'll show you kind of what that does right here. Let's say we want a, what do we want? Contender. I can go ahead and use batch production. It'll actually use my quick production ticket to go ahead and automatically summon for the character. So MP446 and MP40. There we go. So let's go ahead and just do a few more of these. The batch productions will actually use all of your slots, by the way, if you want to do it that way. If you're going for like a specific character. So let's actually head back. Oh, I went back too far. Let's go back to the factory. We're going to complete this one immediately. And there are actually guides online that will tell you like the best recipes to get certain characters, and then if you get like a certain amount of time on how long it's going to take to complete that, you'll find out which character you're gonna get. There's a lot. So let's go ahead and just do a batch production on this one, but we're gonna go 5-star. We want Grizzly. Let's go ahead and use this recipe, batch production. Yes, we're gonna batch produce 3 units. This is how many resources it's going to end up using. Do you wanna use your quick production? Yes, let's go ahead and hit okay. PPSH 41. 2-star, MP40, and another 2-star. Oh, come on. We got to get something good. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. 5-star, Grizzly. Let's use this one. Batch production. Okay. Oh, we got a 3-star that time. P99. 2-star. I get her all the time. I had like 5 of her. Let's just do it one more time for the video. Maybe we'll get lucky. Who knows, you guys? FF. Oh, we got a 4-star. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that. All right, GRMK23. And another 3-star. And the Micro Uzi. So there you guys go. So my thoughts on Girls Frontline. If you are looking for a game that's all about collecting as many waifus as possible and gives you waifus like left and right, I think this is the game for you. The combat may not be the most interesting, but again, it all comes down to the waifus. The immense content updates that this game comes out with is a lot of fun. Like there's a ton of stuff that comes out for this game constantly. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos coming in the future. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.